Good morning, guys. Hope you all are doing well on this Monday morning. Um, as you can see, we are wrapping up World War II. Instead of taking a test, we're doing something a little bit different since we're having to do something different with the NTI days. Don't have the ability to take a test, but we're going to go ahead and do a project which kind of connects the use of Twitter to World War II. So I think some of you all might really enjoy this. I've made my copy here. Okay, so what you see here, this is the template. This is the example of what you all have. You need to go into your slides and make a copy of this Twitter template, which is just on the Google Slides format. So make a copy of that, put your name on there, and then I'm just going to kind of walk you through the things you're going to be editing and doing because this is a little bit different, and some of you all don't necessarily have a Twitter. So let me just kind of show you some of the stuff on here, okay? So pretty much there are lots of little boxes that you can't necessarily see unless you click on here. Like each of these things has a box, okay? So they can all be edited. It's been separated for you. It makes it easily navigable, okay? So for me, I would like to, I believe, so here's Zoom. So if you want to make it bigger, okay? So if you're having a hard time, it's obviously small. Okay, so you want to kind of zoom in a little bit, go to View and Zoom. Okay, and so now I can have a little bit better of a handle on it. Okay, and you're going to be able to easily see a lot of things happening. Okay, what this is for you people who do not have Twitter, okay, you need to put a profile picture right here. So if you are doing Mussolini, if you're doing FDR, if you're doing Hitler, whoever it is that you're doing, you need to go through Google and find a picture of them and post what you think their profile picture on Twitter might be. Okay, so you need to post that in here. This is their real name. So I'll do an example here. Okay, so I'll do Winston Churchill. Okay, so I need an image of Churchill. Okay, so this is kind of a very famous picture. So I'm going to copy this if I can get it. Copy image. And I'm going to come here. I'm going to paste it in. And I'm going to get it to match the size that it needs to match. Okay, I'm just going to be dragging it up here and shrinking it down until I get that desired size. Okay, and you're just going to keep playing with it till it kind of fits up there. Okay, so there's my profile picture for Churchill. I already got that done. Okay, the name here is their actual real name. Okay, so okay. And the Twitter handle, think of it as like almost a username. Okay, for those of you who might be gamers, just this is your Twitter handle. Like, so if it was my actual Twitter profile, which you all can go look at it, for example, it says Keegan Kendrick up here, and then here it says at BE Bullet East BE Coach Kendrick, right? So something for Churchill at official. British PM for Prime Minister, right? So there you go. So there's the Twitter account. I'll take these brackets off. Okay, so I'm setting up essentially his little bio and his main stuff. What I do right here. Okay, description. This is a bio. Okay, so I'm going to put like native of England, or maybe like born and raised in England. Or you can look up where he was actually born. So born and raised in London or whatever it is. Official Twitter account of the British. I'm struggling. Prime Minister. I don't know. Hashtag God save the Queen. Right? Something. Just thinking about this stuff on the fly. Okay, so location. Come on, London, and then have some kind of think of a URL for them, right? www.britain.gov/PM, right? Something. Just be creative with this. Like I'm literally thinking about this. I know I've got some background information on Churchill. If you don't, you need to be looking this stuff up. Okay. But you need to research your person, just get some background information on them. And then this will allow you to go through here and edit all these things. Okay. This up here, this gray where it says insert photo right here, this is a background picture that's supposed to go back here. Okay, so I'm going to go over here and I'm going to Google British flag. Copy image. And I'm going to put this back here. Okay. Now, what you can see here, okay, is as I'm matching it up to fit this gray box, need to move see if there's a way to move my little recorder thing down here. I don't know if there is. That's not what I wanted. Okay, so I'm figuring this out. I'm doing this in real time. I haven't prepped this. So I'm just playing around like you all need to be doing, figuring it out. Okay, so I've got it the size of that gray box just about, a little longer. And now I'm going to, there should be a way to move it to the back order. Why isn't that coming up? Order, send backward. And I'm going to keep clicking that until it's behind all that information. Order, send backward. Order, send backward. What's that control? What's that hotkey? Let me see. Order, send backward, control down. Okay, so let's make that happen real quick. Control down, 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 down. See, now it's all popping up. Boom. Okay, so that's what it should look like. Okay, and I could go through and make this black text to make it all appear so I can see it all, right? So go through, where are we at? I'm struggling. Not highlight color, text color. There we go. So making that black just so we can see it. No. And there we go. Okay, so there's I'll go ahead and do this just to match it all. There's the bio. Okay, so that's the top portion. Okay, so there you go. Pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory. I've set up Winston Churchill's profile page. Okay, now you'll notice how many tweets he's had. Just make up a random number. It needs to be in the high thousands to millions, because you can imagine the leader of a country would be tweeting a lot. Go look at Donald Trump's Twitter account. He's tweeting all the time, right? Okay, so how many tweets they have, just make up a number. How many people are following him? Again, it'll be the majority of the British country population plus a lot of people around the world. Should be a high number. And then, for followers, it should be a high number. And then following, a lot of celebrities and higher ups, they really don't follow a ton of people compared to their number of followers. So let's just do this here. I'm going to put tweets. 1.2 million. Okay, how many are following? How many Churchill is following? Let's say he's following 872 people. Okay, and then how many people are following him? A lot of people. I'm going to put like 43 million. Just throwing numbers out there. Okay, now you don't have to do anything else. So there's boom. Okay. We don't need to edit anything up here. Okay. Now for this one, this is a shortcut, would be a shortcut to pictures or videos that Churchill would have tweeted before. Right? I believe. Or is it trending videos? Yes. That Churchill's tweeted before. Okay. So go find a bunch of pictures from the British perspective of World War II, or find pictures of Parliament, or find pictures of Churchill himself, find pictures of Churchill's family, anything you can possibly think of that Winston Churchill might in the past have put on his Twitter profile. Okay, so you would go to Google Images again, and you would find the images that relate to Winston Churchill and post 6 little tiny pictures in there, just like we did with the profile picture. Okay, and then down here, I'm going to knock out the side first. Down here, you've got people that are suggesting to Churchill that he should follow. This is Twitter telling Churchill who to follow. Okay. Put other world leaders on there. Put, hey, Churchill, based on who you follow, we think you should follow FDR. We think you should follow Adolf Hitler. We think you should follow Joseph Stalin, right? Put those people in there, and then you're going to have to so for person 1, you're going to put their actual name again. So let's say FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the President of the United States, for people who don't know that. Okay. FDR. And then you need to make up a Twitter handle for FDR. Make something silly. Real Prez 1 or 50 for the United States. Right? Okay. So again, let's come down here. Okay. We've got Joseph Stalin. I don't know. Something about the Red Army, right? Right. You see, Mr. Mason's Twitter profile is Charger Nation, just okay, so he's Red Army. Okay, so, and then you need to be at pictures and pick somebody else. Okay. Trends. All this means down here, it's actually on this slide. Trends are things that are trending in the world. Okay, so anything major, any major event from World War II would probably be trending during this time. Okay, so Pearl Harbor, Holocaust, Blitzkrieg, right? You are, I think it's how you spell it. Okay. Churchill, specifically the people in the UK and Great Britain, will be talking about battle over London. Right? Talking about the Nazis bombing them and the air campaign that they were fighting. Something that came out was the radar. Okay. So we can talk about just technology, right? Anything that you think, I'm really struggling. Technology. There we go. Anything you think that people in the world during World War II might be talking about, that's what would be trending, right? People are tweeting about it on Twitter, okay? And then finally, the last thing you would go through and edit, the only thing I don't think I've explained, would be tweets, okay? Tweets are just posts. It's like anybody posting on Facebook, posting their thoughts, okay? Now, the thing with tweets is they're shorter, right? There's a 140 character limit. I think it's actually been extended since this was made, but 2 sentences max, essentially. 1 to 2 sentences max. One long sentence or 2 shorter sentences. And you're just posting quick little thoughts that you believe Winston Churchill would be tweeting to the world and to his people. So go look at that Winston Churchill speech. Go look up famous quotes that whoever your person is has quoted before. Make things up, right? We will never surrender. Down with the Nazis, right? Just think, just anything that you can possibly think of that came from World War II that you believe your leader would be tweeting to his people. That's what you're tweeting. Okay. You'd also see where Winston Churchill was trying to get the U.S. to come involved. Have him tweet at FDR. So I'll show you. If you're going to tweet at somebody, so yeah, it says no more than 2 lines right here. If you're going to tweet at somebody, excuse me, okay, I'm going to put at and then their Twitter handle. Okay, so maybe Churchill's wanting to tweet at FDR. So if I'm Churchill tweeting on my account, I'm going to say, hey, at RealPres50. Remember, look at our Twitter handle for FDR. When are you going to step up? And then again, we're making this silly hashtag. That's what I put. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Okay, so there you go. Right? So maybe it's FDR. Again, for the insert photo, you're going to put his photo because it was, Churchill's photo. So I'm going to go up here and copy. You'll see copy on here. I do not. Oh, there we go. I'm not very smart. All right. Okay, insert photo, Control V. Now I've got another image of Churchill. Bring it down here because it's got to be that same picture. Bring it down here. And after you do this on this size, it'll be the same size every time you copy this. So bring it down here. Fit it into it's a little skinnier. Right, but play with it until it's where it needs to be in this okay, so struggling a little bit here, but you get the gist. So play with it a little bit and put it on there. Okay, obviously I would continue to play. I'm just making a video, but I'll continue to play with it until it look good. And then you would need to put their name and their Twitter handle again and the date. Okay, so Winston Churchill and his Twitter handle again. What did we make it official? PM, something like that. What was it? Official British PM. Okay, so there we go. And then the date. This would be before the United States got into the war if you're tweeting it then. So you would have to look up when it was, anytime in the 1930s probably. So I'm just pop, this could be wrong, but I'm just going to put 12, 2, and then 39. 1939. Okay, so there you go. There's a tweet. There's a tweet. We got it. Okay, and you're going to go through and think of, I believe there's 12 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll talk about this one here in a second. Oh, they're up here. Okay, so you're going to go through and make one for all these. I believe there's 12 total, 2 of them being retweets. Okay, and this is the last thing. A retweet, which is this one, is if somebody else tweeted it and you're reposting it like you would on Facebook. Okay, so if a response later was from FDR, okay, that, hey, I'm joining the war now. It's making me mad. Sorry, guys, I'm struggling. There we go. Okay, so if FDR tweeted it later and he was, what was it? Real Prez 50, something like that. Okay, and he joined the war later. Okay, let's say 2/25/1941. Again, I don't remember the actual date. Okay. So now Churchill would have reposted this tweet from FDR, which we would say something says like, I don't know. We, the United States, officially declare war on Germany and Japan. And then hashtag answering the call, right? Or something about getting revenge from the Pearl Harbor attack, right? Retweeted by, this would be retweeted by your account, Winston Churchill. Retweeted by @official British Prime Minister. Okay, and you would insert Churchill's photo or FDR's photo right here because FDR was the one who tweeted it. Okay. And I would want to go when I found this date. Part of it is I want you to make this shot of as official as possible. You need to go find the date that the United States declared war on Germany and Japan and put the actual date in there. Now, I'm just making an example, so I was just coming off of my head. But you would want to spend that extra time. I'm giving you 3 full days to do this. Okay. And then these last things are just the blown up pictures. If I were to click a picture, the bigger picture. So 3 pictures that Churchill might have tweeted with a caption, right? Have something along the lines of something with the Battle over Britain, maybe one about D-Day, and maybe one about beating Germany, right? Something like 3 big pictures he would have tweeted out. Okay. And so that's it. Play with it. Be patient with it. I'm giving you 3 days to do this. So work on it. Get today, do this part up here. Maybe get the whole, all the trends and pictures and things done today, all the information, like the background information, all these things. And then tomorrow and Wednesday, do the tweets and the pictures, like these pictures, right? Don't do it all in one day unless you want to get it knocked out of the way. But you have 3 full days to work on this. You can absolutely get this done. Okay. So if you do have specific questions, ask me. It's pretty self-explanatory from there. If you don't have a Twitter, go type in twitter.com and look at Twitter profiles, and you'll see it looks a little bit different. I think this is the old Twitter, but it's got the same content on the new Twitters today. Okay, so that's it. Hope you all enjoy this one. I hope you find it interesting. Research as far as your person goes, and shoot me an email if you have questions.